Okay, Justin, I am not going to uh, fashion my critiques based on your living situation or your specific retired point of view. I'm going to talk about your work from a professional perspective, and that's it. Okay, so that said, I'm about to open it. Here we go. And what I look for is, readability, creativity, attention to detail. So, number one, if you're going to put this on your website, I recommend that you try to make it a little easier to read. The red and gray is creating a moire pattern on my eyes. This makes it a little difficult right off the bat. So, this is clear that you use some kind of PowerPoint, and it's incomplete. It just says sequence number blank. So instead of whatever that is, you want to write poster for XYZ. Tell me what it is. Otherwise, let's see, I want to look at this at 100. This is bad quality. It looks like it was a JPEG. The type is dithered. Whatever type this is on here, I can't read it at 100%. I like the layout, but I don't know what this is about. Is it supposed to be funny? I see this phone number here, but I can't read it at all. Like, why is somebody holding that bazooka? I guess it's supposed to be funny, but in this day and age with people getting shot and so forth, it's probably not a good idea to put it in your portfolio. Okay, so what is this, digital compositing? I kind of remember there's supposed to be like a little girl there. I don't think that it's particularly matched well. The body size doesn't line up with the paper in the table. And was there fire going on out here? I don't know. I think it's an interesting concept. Maybe if the guy was bigger and the lighting on him matched the lighting of the room a little bit more, I think it would be a more solid piece. And again, what is this? Don't say sequence number blank. Tell me what it is. And again, it's super hard to read bold type, black type, and it's all scrunched on here. I'm not even going to attempt to read that. I do like your headers. That's really fun, and I like your type choice, but you got to think about readability. All right, corporate design. De-wax concentrate consultation with your dog on it. Isn't that your company? Are you calling it De-wax? All right, so personal identity and branding. This just looks like an exercise, and any art director is going to know that. If you want to show branding, then strip these bottom parts off and just show these interesting logos, because they do look like logos. And then if you did that dog, of course you add that to your portfolio. So get together the logos, anything you've done, put them all on one page. And this is a type diagram. It has nothing to do with branding. All right, this is the branding. So you've got your dog. Although, because this dog is here, I'm confused as to why it's the same exact green and the same dog on the De-wax page. So you want to show variety in your portfolio. Okay, it's a nice grid. I like the JMC. Consider left or right aligning these. You don't want any hyphens or widows in graphic design, so adjust those. Publication design. Oh, that's a very creative way to do the phonotech. I love the typography. I have taught this class a million times and it gets very dull, so it's nice to see something so fun. But again, you got to work on your type. It's really hard to read black on orange. You personally can go in and edit that. The class is over. Just simplify it as much as possible so it's easy to read. It's an interesting diagram. The type is so small, it looks like there's some overlap. Again, you want to work on it. And because this is something people will download, download upload a higher quality image so it's clear. So this is a little clearer to read. You left a little more white space, but it's still a little inconsistent. And you want to move type away from the edge. It's kind of hard to read that way. Send comments. So I like this web design. I do recommend, I personally hate seeing the templates that people use where they show somebody reading it or they show a sign on the street. I want to see this. Like, I want to see your detail work. I don't want to see the distraction of a template. However, the web design stuff does look good in the template of a screen, so I would show both. I would have on the left the layout of your website, and maybe on the right what it would look like in a screen template. So, and then I also just wouldn't have pages of it. We just do one page. Package design. Is this the most professional photo you could do? The answer is no. You do have a nice pool, but what you want is a white background with two lights, one on the left, one on the right. You want a soft shadow. You don't want the white to have too hot a highlight. The details of this are lost, and it doesn't look professional at all. I can't even tell what's going on. So you need to make a better photo. Cute font. Just be consistent with it. Hold down the shift key when scaling so it maintains its shape. Interesting idea. I would like to see what it looks like. Is that what this is? If it is, I'm confused because the guy is green and then it's Cookie Monster over here. So if it's the same thing, put it on the same page so that the viewer can make the connection. Personal work. The guys from The Simpsons. Some fun cartoons. And again, put that all on one page so people can see that you've created a large body of it. Photos need to be cropped, need to be brightened in Photoshop. The one on the right is more along the lines of what I want to see, what a professional sketch would look like. It does seem like it's broken up a little bit, so I would make sure that the dark grays and the blacks are a little more prominent. And again, this is not acceptable. Nothing sideways is ever acceptable. And you just want one page of this process stuff. Page after page of it isn't interesting. All right, so I said a lot. I hope that helps. Don't take it personally. I'm just a business person looking at your work. Let me know if you have any questions.